So today is January 1st, 2024. The number 3 has gone to 4. Let's take a moment to reflect on why we are here on this planet, why you and I and all of us exist on this planet, why we have been incarnated together at this time, this particular time. Life has a purpose. Ultimate purpose? Freedom from bondage. Ultimate purpose. And that freedom from bondage brings out the best in us. The fullness of love, peace, harmony, and well-being. God's power is in us. And we can only become free when we realize that fully and we use that power honorably. Some of us are half-baked, so we feel a little bit of the power and the ego is still there with ignorance. That's the most dangerous one. You see how many leaders across our planet today. They carry power, they have personal power, they have mental power, they have emotional power. But the ego is not clean and clear, not pure. Because when it's pure, you become a servant. You become a blessing. So as much as you can see the dangers of the ego within you, and you should look, you should observe, you should witness, transform it. Transform it. Because it's not only toxic to you, it is also toxic to the environment around you. You may sit somewhere and your negative thinking is affecting the space. You may think that it's contained within you. No, it's in the space. The vibrations of that is in the space. And it goes to affect the mind of others. You can just imagine, and this is the mob principle, that when you spread this dark energy into a mob, oh my God, it can become very violent. And people just do things out of this momentum of energy without even understanding why they're doing this. So it's extremely important you take responsibility for removing the darkness within you, within us. That's our first duty. And don't think that we can be perfect in one day. Don't try to be perfect in a moment. Because suddenly, you begin to feel how important being perfect in the divine is. And then you become restless. That's what you want to be. No, it happens in steps. But the most important thing is seeing it. If you don't see the darkness within you, how are you going to remove it? If you don't see the tamasic waves, how are you going to remove it? That's why we pray in the Gayatri Mantra, please illumine my mind that I may see how much darkness is within me. So it's important to see. And that's why in the practices of yoga, the seer becomes very important. Patanjali call it drashtu. The seer. Patanjali is a master of yoga, one of the great masters. So he says when the fluctuations of the mind, the vrittis in the consciousness, in the chitta, he says when the fluctuations of the mind, that's the anger, that's the excitement, that's the energy that moves our being. He says when that becomes smoothened out, when you smoothen out that, when the waves in the mind become quiet, still, Then he says, the seer within you will abide in all of his glory. The seer. The seer. If the seer is not pure, then he doesn't see properly. So it is a seeing that is important. Do you see the ego at work? Do you see the impurities within your being? Then if you don't see it, you can't act upon it. And that's why we have masters in the world. When we don't see, they see. And they teach us how to see. They teach us how to remove the veils that block the seer. So pray to see. Pray for the illumination of the mind. Tejasvinavadi tamastu. May the intellect shine with light. May our knowledge be pure. But it's extremely important to not look at the other and wait for them to change. You know that familiar thing? But they're not doing it, why should I do it? Look at how many people are doing this. Why should I be different? And you get caught. No, you should be different. You should be the change. Remember what the great Mahatma said? You be the change that you want to see in the world. Be the change. Dare to be the change. You know, in my personal life, how many people were advising me when I was 20? Oh, why don't you get married and forget this thing? Why don't you focus on the world? Even my uncle is telling me, you're trying to be Mahatma Gandhi. No. Dare to be different. Dare to be the one who wants to know, who am I? Who wants to be a blessing to the world and not a burden? Who wants to be free and not bound? Bound by greed, jealousy, hate. That divides us, not unites us. Dare to be the one who can be the blessing in the home, in the workplace, in every social circle. Dare to be the one. Even if you have to be totally different to the rest, dare to be the one. The change maker. That's who I am. I dare to be different. Doesn't matter what anybody says. It's what I believe in the depth of my soul. This human world is a dangerous one. This is a yuga that's still full of rajas and tamas, ego and ignorance. So you want to be careful. You want to be tremendously careful when you get involved in life. You can be shielded by sadhana, by your spiritual discipline. By growing the inner light in your meditation and your practices. Grow that light. Protect yourself. And there are wolves in sheep clothing, right? You know that. The wolf is inside, but the facade is the sheep. The most dangerous one. The sweet voice is the charm, and you get caught. You lose a lot of money. You give your power away. No, don't be caught. Begin to see in the sheep clothing the wolves. The one who will take your power away. Now, reclaim your power. Let this year 2024 be about you. Transforming self and transforming space and world. Let it be about you. The blue star is here as a support. I'm here as a support. My greatest joy is helping others to see their light. Not to give them a handout. No. You know what the story is, right? You feed a person a fish and you have to feed them for life. You teach them how to fish and then you don't have to feed them again. No. We guide people to be wise. So the more you come into your own light, the deeper you go with the seer within you, the more you can transform yourself, the greater your impact in the world. Your voice will be different. Your look will be different. Your touch will be different. That is where change happens. When we change, we inspire change. Because when people tell me things, I look at how they live. I look at their lives. And I believe in those who walk the talk. Not those who tell me one thing and their lives are different. No, walk your talk. So let this be a year of personal change. That's the only way we can change every environment. And the only way we could work towards a better world. And let's do it together. Your hand in my hand, and we hold the hands of everyone. Let's walk together. Let's make it happen together. You know, one of the mottos of our country, together we aspire, together we achieve. When our country got independence, we got this little medallion. Together we aspire, together we achieve. That has stayed with me. That's why I love creating togetherness. Together we'll make it happen. So let me wish all of you a wonderful new year. We're going to make this walk together. And we're going to create change in every community that we are blessed to be in. Let's be the change. Okay? I want us to join together as we just chant for a few minutes. The Gayatri Mantra and the Trayambakam, the Mahamrityunjaya Mantra, that we would normally do on New Year's Eve night. Let's do it this morning. Om Bhur Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhurбhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Yo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Om Bhurбhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Yo Yo Na Prachodayat. Devasya Dhimahi Yo Yo Na. Om Bhurбhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Yo Yo Na Prachodayat. Yo Yo Na Prachodayat. Yo Yo Na Prachodayat. Prachodayat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhana Mrityurmokshiyamamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhana Mrityurmokshiyamamritat. Urvarukamiva Bandhana Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhana Mrityurmokshiyamamritat. Urvarukamiva Bandhana Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhana Mrityurmokshiyamamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhana Mrityurmokshiyamamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamati Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityormokshiyamavritat Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Om Trayambakam Yajamati Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahe Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May we be protected together. May we be nourished together. May we achieve strength together. May our knowledge be full of light. May we remain united beyond differences. Om, peace, peace, peace. So Happy New Year, everyone, to you and your families, and to a better world. May everyone everywhere be happy. May everyone everywhere be healthy. May all see only auspicious sights. And may no one have a share in sorrow. Have a blessed 2024, everyone. Namaskar.